Good day, colleagues, and welcome to our lecturer support program for conducting the computer subject examinations. During this video, you are going to look at regulations and guidelines on how to conduct these examinations. Preparation for the computer examination is in 3 phases. Firstly, verifying the suitability and preparedness of the computer labs. Secondly, clearing the hard drive of all saved files, as well as receiving, checking, and uploading of the computer files from the DHET on CD. Thirdly, invigilation of the computer exam. Verifying the suitability of the computer labs. The snag list must be used to check the preparedness of the computer labs at least 2 weeks before the examination commences. This can be done by the computer lecturer, and it must be signed and certified as checked by the chief invigilator. Report all the faults and give recommendations on what needs to be done. All serious faults should have been reported and repaired at least a month before this final check. Follow up on the repairs or items that need to be addressed. Ensure that there are partitions between computers that are 1 meter apart. Computer files on CD. An examination file on CD is sent by DHET 14 days before the exam. If you haven't received it within this time, contact the DHET. Do not wait until the day of the exam. This CD is to be checked for functionality by the computer lecturer, confirmed and given back to the exam officer for storage until 3 days before the examination, when it must be uploaded by the computer lecturer with the assistance of the computer technician if it is loaded on the network drive. Once it is uploaded, it must be checked to ensure that all files are accessible. Thereafter, the computer labs are no longer accessible for the students' use. Ensure that there are at least 2 spare computers per venue in case there is a problem with the computer or printer. Invigilation in computer labs. There must be a minimum of 2 invigilators in the venue from opening of the venue until the end of the session. 1 invigilator is to hand out printouts from the printer while the other remains vigilant. Students must not move to the printer to collect printouts. The printer must be situated inside the same computer lab, and each student must print for him or herself from his or her own computer. Only printouts with typed ID numbers and watermarks may be handed to students. If there is a technician available, he must have an appointment letter and ID tag and remain outside of the venues until required. The invigilator and IT technician may not assist students in any way with the actual work to be done, saving, or with printing. They may only sort out the faults, such as if the computer freezes or if it is faulty. Duties of the invigilator. Remind students to save work correctly on a regular basis. No extra time will be allocated for the loss of work, and it is not the responsibility of the invigilator or the IT technician to locate work incorrectly saved. Check that all computer printouts have their own identity number typed in, as well as the watermark which clearly indicates the computer station number. All printouts without the watermark or with handwritten ID numbers must not be handed out. These printouts must be crossed out across the page and inserted at the bottom of the batch with a note that printouts did not have identification. Invigilation of the speed and accuracy question. The speed and accuracy question must be done in the first 10 minutes. The invigilator must have either a stopwatch or any watch or clock with stopwatch facilities and must be familiar with conducting a speed and accuracy test using it. It must be conducted once only by the invigilator in a controlled, timed 10-minute session at the beginning of the examination. Before the speed and accuracy question commences, students must be instructed to insert the examination number and question number only. Thereafter, students will wait until the instruction by the invigilator to begin. Stop and print when the invigilator gives the instruction to do so. The invigilator will collect and keep the printouts from the printer, sign it at the end of the typed work, and only hand it out at the end of the examination to be inserted into the folder. If a student is late and not present during the timed speed and accuracy question, this question is forfeited. The student will only be allowed to continue with the rest of the examination thereafter. If a student is present but did not do this question, the student will only be allowed to continue with the rest of the examination when the duration of the speed and accuracy question has been concluded. All uncontrolled speed and accuracy questions will not be marked. Well, we have come to the end of the Invigilator training program. We trust that you have learnt a lot and that you will now be even better invigilators.